Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking disappointing products that I have purchased. This video is not going to be as long as my video was last time because that was like a ton of things that I had bought over the years that I could just put into a box. But I've got a few items that have been purchased recently and they're items that I think you can still pretty much get your hands on, so I think it's worth mentioning them now. And obviously, if you love these things, good for you. I'm glad you did not waste your money. But for me, these were not a good investment because they just don't work for me. The first thing I'm gonna start off with is something that I am so bitter about. I wear holographic silver glitter polish on my toenails. I have talked about this ad nauseum at this point. It's the only kind of polish that I wear, and I've really struggled to find stuff in drugstores for it. So I ended up going online and being like, okay, where can I find this? So the only one that I could really come up with was Color Club's, what's this called? Magic Attraction Polish. And since it was the only one and I wanted free shipping, I bought 4. Which is just an idiotic move in general. Don't buy something 4 times over if you've never tried it before. Ugh. So why don't I like these? Well, basically they're garbage. This polish is not quite silver holographic. It has red specks in it as well. So it's not quite what I was looking for, which enrages me. But the main problem with this is that it chips within half a day. I don't even know how that's remotely possible on a toenail. It's not like your toenails are exposed to washing dishes or, you know, picking at things with your fingers. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And not only would it chip in chunks, but I actually had entire toenail polish coats pop off, like just randomly pop off, as if I had applied a peel off base coat before. Like, it just didn't make any damn sense. And I think they were like $8 each, so I'm out quite a bit of money because these are so freaking useless. I don't know how anybody could wear this nail polish. Oh, I just hate this. Next up are 2 items that kind of break my heart because I love Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, but I hate the blushes. There's no pigment to these things. They are pretty neutral in tone. That's just a usual thing for Physicians Formula. But I can't get any kind of payoff on my face, and I'm not a dark tone person. I am what they cater towards. So if I can't get these to show up very well on my skin, you need to be paler than me to wear them, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because there's not that many people at that end of the spectrum. So I don't know how the heck anybody wears these. And not only the fact that these are super unpigmented, but they're also like $20, like $18.99 or something like that. That price point is just astonishing for a product that doesn't work. There is no color payoff on this, and they are almost $20 each. How could these get released on the market? So save your money, do not buy these at all. That breaks my heart to say because I love Physicians Formula and I love that butter bronzer to death, but these butter blushes are absolute garbage. All right, now another product that I just do not understand, despite how many people love this thing, the Hourglass Ethereal Lighting Powder. It's part of their Ambient lighting powder range. I don't get it. Like, what is this supposed to be doing? This does nothing to my face. I actually tried to throw it in a project pan for like 2015 and I just couldn't do it. I have dug down deep in this thing. I have worn plenty of this, but it doesn't do anything. I wanted this to make me look like an ethereal little fairy, and it doesn't do a damn thing. I don't see any difference in my skin. If anything, it adds a powdery texture on top of my foundation, which is not something I'm going for. So I don't know if I just have the wrong kind of color, but the subtleties of this product are too subtle for me. So I am so mad that I spent like, I don't know, what was this thing? $50, $60 on a face powder that does nothing. Another super expensive product that I just regret because I haven't reached for it very much is the Laura Mercier Artist Palette for Eyes and Cheeks. This was part of a holiday launch quite a while ago. It was a few holidays back. I had loved the holiday palette from 2013, so I was like, okay, I need more Laura Mercier in my life. The shadows are beautiful. I want to use more of them. So I picked this one up because I think it was the next launch that I noticed, but it doesn't scream to me. This rose gold shimmer block in the center is just so unappealing. It's such a big shadow color, and it can obviously be used on your cheeks, but like, it's not a very good color. It's not very attractive on me. I don't look at it and go, oh, that's so pretty. I mostly just look at this and go, you were 70 bucks and I regret you intensely. Not to mention the fact that I bought this at the 70 bucks and not even a month later, they reduced it in price down to like 50 or 45. I was so angry. And I think I was outside of the return to Sephora 30-day guarantee. So I was just like, this didn't sell well right off the bat. I bought it because I was way too eager, and then it just dropped in price. And I think it's still actually available, and this is like years later at this point. So yeah, not a fan. That being said, the shadow quality is quite good in here. It is no different than the other one. The shades are not, they don't call to me very much. All right, the last item makes me really, really sad because a few people have mentioned how much they love this brand to me, and for whatever reason, this palette just didn't work out. And that is the Mehron Fire palette. I got this at IMATS New York just this past year. And I mean, look at it. That's exactly why I bought it. The colors are gorgeous, but they don't apply very well. They're very chalky, and that can be an aspect of neon pigment, I guess, but I was expecting a bit more from Mehron because they are so like touted as being a very good makeup artist brand. And honestly, the color that worked the best in here was kind of the most astonishing to me because I wasn't expecting that, but the neon pink actually works really, really well. But the rest of them are like crumbly and patchy, and they don't really blend that well together. So I was just like, heartbroken, really. I mean, this is everything that I want in an eyeshadow palette for neons, and they just didn't work out. So I was really sad. Also, one of the weird things about this palette is that the lighting must have been really, really strange at IMATS because this is called the Fire palette, and that shade looked red when I was in the IMATS space. So I think some of the colors were just a little bit off based on the lighting, but I also think it's weird that this whole palette is called Fire and there's no red shade. So yeah, sad about this. Really sad about it, actually. I really wanted this to work for me. Anyway, that is it for my most recent disappointing products. These are all items that I have purchased with my own money and just, in my eyes, weren't worth that. Maybe you guys can tell me down below what you have bought recently that you haven't been that impressed with, or maybe something that everyone seems to love, but you just can't seem to like get behind it. I'm always curious to read about stuff like that. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.